Hello, and welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? This is a podcast about reality TV and friendship. Don't know why I said it like that. My name is Jake Scheidel. Each week I talk about a certain reality show with my best friend, my bloody Valentine, Thomas Powell. Hey, Thomas, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Jake. Love is in the air. It's Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's, Jake.
So I have a question for you. And that question is, did you watch the challenge last night?
Jake, I'm flattered. No, I will not be your Valentine. Oh, wait, no, sorry, the other question.
I'm
yes.
offended.
Yes, I did.
17 years running, you've been my Valentine every year, and this year it's fine.
You know, sometimes change is good, Jake.
That's what I've heard. So this week's episode is called True Blood. Do you get it?
Yeah, like that TV show that sucks.
That TV show that
is it
that
still
sucks.
airing? Or did it
I think it just ended.
Yeah, I think
it just ended like last year.
Anna
or
Paquin
it's still
can retire now.
She can go back to playing Rogue. Was Rogue in the latest X-Men?
She was in Days of Future Past for like a minute, in the same way that Kelsey Grammer was in it for like a minute.
Kelsey Grammer was in Days of Future Past?
Yeah, well, there's a thing at the end where Wolverine comes back to like the present and goes back to like the X Academy or whatever, and sees everybody. So he sees.
And they're all just standing there.
Yeah, it's all the modern day ones.
Wolverine.
So they're like Kelsey Grammer's still canon. Bye. Like that kind of thing.
Weird. That there was some newer X-Men movie with like the younger cast on TV the other day, and I was like, I have no idea which one this is. It looks like it
was probably First Class.
It was with the one with Kevin Bacon. Was he in?
Yep,
that was First Class.
That's
okay,
First Class. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, pretty good.
The first two X-Men movies are really good, and then they kind of went off the rails, and then they came back and made some really good stuff again, and the next one seems like it'll be fine.
It's almost like Brett Ratner directed one of those. Try and guess which one.
Probably First Class, because it's the best one, and he's such a good director.
Yep, Brett Ratner. I really liked how Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker were in that, apropos of nothing.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a really great cameo scene in which they just took a scene from Rush Hour and just placed it in the middle of an X-Men movie with no explanation.
I need
no
more Chris Tucker screaming. Get Chris Tucker screaming in the air.
What's he up to?
He was in Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh, that came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah, but at the time it was like, oh, hey, Chris Tucker. Probably living off all the fuck ton of money that he made off the Rush Hour movies.
Probably. Good for him. Happy for him.
Yeah.
And Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan seems like a lovable...
Jackie Chan is the greatest person on Earth, and he deserves every dime he's ever made.
You know what? You know what I would like? I would like a movie, a buddy cop movie with Jackie Chan and Shaquille O'Neal.
That would be pretty great.
That's all I want in life. If I got that, I would be happy. Forever. I'd be like, well, at least I have this 90-minute moment with my two favorite people. I love Shaquille O'Neal. Did you see the pre-show before the Celebrity All-Star Game in which Shaq sang part of "I Can't Feel My Face"?
I did not see that.
Oh, it's so great. He was trying to goat Charles Barkley into singing some song he sang on a commercial, and he was like, no, it's easy, memorizing song lyrics. And then he started singing that song, and I was like, oh my god. It's the greatest thing I've ever experienced.
I do love me some Shaq. That could be the Shaq and a Fool movie. Like, TNT, come on. Get on board with this.
TNT might produce original movies, I don't know. But if they don't, they should.
If you can't get Jackie Chan, see what Jet Li's doing, because it would still be awesome if Jet Li was in it.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to get into this episode?
Sure, why not?
All right. So it starts off with them at the club. Everybody's partying. It's cool. It's chill. Whatever. You know. At one point, Corey and Mitch cheers their drinks and yell, "For the family!" Because, Bloodlines.
Yeah, because they're like an Italian mob family.
Yeah. They are definitely Italian. They're not Italian at all.
No, they were like, forget about it.
And I'll make TJ an offer I can't refuse. That's all I know about Italian people, is that the Godfather was Italian.
Then they take off their masks and they're Dario and whatever Dario's brother. Dario and
Rafi. Dario and Rafi. One of them was on Are You the One? I don't remember which one it is at this point, because they both have weird names.
They're like, hey, it was us the whole time!
We never left. What a twist! Cara Maria is talking about her chances to win. Again, this is her 4th final in 8 seasons. And she says, I've always had the strength, but I've never had the confidence. It's a pretty good line for someone who's about to win, I think. Yes, no?
Don't be so sure.
I know. Yeah, I was going into this 100% certain Cara Maria and Jamie were going to win. But I don't know.
Dude, Jamie's a weak link on the endurance segments, and you keep underestimating Jenna and Brianna at your own peril.
I know. Yeah. So before the segment at the club ends, Jenna and Brianna are standing on one level at the club, and then there's like a step down to another level, and they just out of nowhere fall onto the second level. It was the funniest thing.
They're fine. I like that the episode slowed down for a second, because I was like, oh, they're fine. And the episode started to slow down, and people came over, and I was like, oh my god, are they not fine? I hope they didn't get hurt before the final. And then it's like, nah, they're good.
No, they're good. They're just being drunk and fun.
Yeah, those guys can
drunk girls.
Yeah, no, we know.
Drunk girls.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of the song.
Okay. It's a good song. Then they... Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez. I forgot about this. They're back at the hotel, and Cara Maria... Was it Cara Maria who comes up and is like, hey, guys, I got TJ's last clue. They show the phone.
Something going on there, by the way. Why is he texting Cara Maria? Why does he have that number?
Right. Well, you would think that he's texting Cara Maria, except for the fact that all of his clues have been on the notepad on the iPhone and not an actual text message like they've implied for 15 years.
Your house of lies is crumbled.
Like, why... They've done a really good job. They've never shown the phone they use, like the actual screen. They've always, when like sidekicks were first coming into fashion. What?
Yeah.
They were like, oh, I just got a clue on my sidekick, and they would just read it. And now they're using the iPhone and they put less focus on it. But they actually showed the screen and it was on the notepad.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You didn't need to show that.
This is an age of grand illusion.
Are you frozen or... Okay, you're frozen. What did you just say?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying, this is an age of grand illusion, and TJ did walk into my life right out of my dreams.
Anyway, I was really mad about it, and I'm still mad about it. I forgot about it until I just looked over my notes and noticed this. Anyway... The clue says TJ's friend Franz is coming by.
Will we get an Alex Capranos cameo? That's what I wanted to know.
Ooh, that would be nice. Best cameo on these shows, either the most recent Real World Las Vegas, Carey Hart was on an episode. He I don't know, he showed them how to motocross. That's what he does, right?
Yeah, that guy.
Or is it Corey Hart?
No, Corey.
It's Carey Hart, right?
Corey Hart was the guy that did I Wear My Sunglasses at Night.
Yeah, it's that guy. He's also a motocross racer.
Found a vibrant second career.
But I would have to say the best celebrity cameo in MTV history was on The Real World DC when Barack Hussein Obama made an appearance.
So what?
Well, he didn't, actually appear on the show. They, went to the White House as he was being inaugurated or something, and he just stepped out of the helicopter and walked into the White House, and they were all like, "Oh, look, it's the president."
Okay, you made that sound like Barack Obama made an appearance on the real. Barack Obama. Yeah,
he was a roommate. They kicked him out because he couldn't get along with everyone. You know.
I don't know what everyone's problem is, but I guess it's time for me to go home.
He sat everyone down at a table, and they all said, Brock, you know, you got a lot of good things going for you, but, you know, after last night, I just don't feel safe in this house with you or here. So we're going to have to ask you to go. And he put his hands on the table and said, well, I don't like it, but there's not much I can do about it. That was my Barack Obama impression. And also...
Dueling Barack Obama impressions, I say A+ for both of them.
I think they're both great. I think we are both super good at impressions and knowing who the president is.
Get us both on SNL. But you know how you do like an A+ Barack Obama impression? Just pause a lot and say a lot. It's like how when you're doing a Kennedy impression, you just say a lot.
I fuck Marilyn Monroe. I'm super bad at impressions.
Yeah, no,
that sounded like oh god, what's the Elmer Fudd?
I fucked Marilyn Monroe. It's mine.
I would love if, like, it came out that JFK was, like, super loyal to his wife and, like, never cheated on her or spent any time with anyone else.
Every other report ever has been disconfirmed. We've proven that he was not a philanderer, even though all of the evidence suggested that he was a horrible philanderer.
It's just, you know, it's the angles, you know? They never did anything, especially not in the White House. That's just Marilyn Monroe's singing voice. I don't know why people thought that she was doing something with him. It's just how she sings, you know?
Kanye tweets, JFK innocent!
He never committed a crime other than being damn good looking. That was my Barack Obama impression.
That sounded like fucking Sarah Palin.
No way would Sarah Palin ever say JFK was good looking. Sarah Palin's
maybe
favorite...
if he was wearing some camouflage.
I think Sarah Palin's super into Nixon. She wants to jump Nixon's bones.
Now, Nixon was a real looker.
Nixon was the Ted Cruz of our parents' generation.
He was a darn sexy president.
This is so gross. I don't want to do this anymore.
I'd like to lick that dick.
Oh my god.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite things ever. By the way, is that there were fucking Nixon campaign buttons that said "They can't lick our dick."
Like, I can't imagine that wasn't a saying in the 70s, right?
Yeah, no, it's for real. There were like actual buttons that said "They can't lick our dick."
Right, but like, I can't believe it didn't mean then what it means now.
Oh, yeah, no, I think it totally did. I think they were just, like, stodgy and old enough at the time that, like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
God, yeah, that's so funny. I want that pin.
Can you imagine Nixon trying to pander to the youth today? Like, he wouldn't do it, but him being like, this campaign's gonna be on fleek.
Oh, God. This is just the worst experience. So anyway, Franz is coming by, apparently, and Mitch says, TJ's got some cool friends. What does that mean, Mitch? What are you talking about? You've never met any of TJ's, like, Cara Maria? Bananas? Like, those are TJ's friends, I guess, because they work together a lot. Then Franz shows up. He's a tailor.
Yeah, and he's gonna take them out.
Is that what he said?
No, not at all.
He takes everyone's measurements, you know, like a tailor does, and then he speaks German to Brianna. She doesn't speak German back. I don't think she speaks German at all. I don't know why that was happening. And they were, like, building it up like, what's this all about? How crazy. But in the preview, they showed everyone in suits. So, like, this isn't a surprise that a tailor came by.
Way to go, guys.
I feel
what if a show like Lost did that, where they're like, they end on like a cliffhanger, but they like had already shown what the end of the cliffhanger was gonna be? I was like, fuck.
That's what happened, like season 4 or 5 of Parenthood. Do you remember this? They were like, next week Amber gets in a car accident, and then that was the cliffhanger at the end of the next episode. There's so much that happened that wasn't that in this episode. That show's really good. I miss it a lot. So then we get to the challenge. This is the final challenge. I'm so excited. You can tell by how I asked that as a question. TJ drives up in some car. What kind of car it was, I don't know. Who cares? Pretty sure it wasn't TJ driving, though. Because, I don't know, for insurance reasons? Right? Like, that seems like a thing that they do in television. They have a separate driver, and they never showed him specifically driving and then getting out of the car. It was like, the car was driving, and then cut, he's getting out of the car. All right.
Oh, sure, all right. I did have one note from this, which was, nice Hummer limo, assholes. That's all I got.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Whenever I see a Hummer limo, I think of that Daily Show joke.
Yep.
When they're like, we couldn't even get out of the gas station parking lot.
Rob Corddry's driving it around everywhere, and he fills it up and drives out, and it runs out of gas as he's driving out of the parking lot. God, that was fucking great.
That's a really good joke. So after TJ makes his entrance, Mitch, I don't know, why are they feeding lines, Mitch? Why are they feeding Mitch lines all of a sudden, I should say?
What do you know, Mitch?
He says,
who told you?
Quite the entrance, TJ. He was just driving in a car. Like, he wasn't even driving, he was driving at a reasonable speed and then parked.
Yeah. And it was like, I think it was a Porsche, but it was like a Porsche, like, SUV, or like a crossover car. Like, it wasn't anything, like, super special looking.
Yeah, it's like he didn't drop in on a helicopter, or ride a bear, or I've never seen anyone ride a bear into a challenge, but that would be a little more impressive.
Hey, we've got like a lot of this final to go, like MTV, but I hate to inform you, TJ died because he tried to ride a bear and it killed him, obviously.
Call Jeff Probst.
I don't know why you guys signed off on this, but...
This seems like a really bad idea. And it was, because of that person died.
Can we get like Shaun White or somebody to finish this off?
You know Dave Mirra used to host this show? He hosted a few seasons before TJ.
Wait, Dave Mirra hosted it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. It's really upsetting.
That legitimately made me really sad to see
I know.
that he killed himself.
I know. It was really sad to hear that he died, and then the fact that it was by his own hand was just even worse. Yeah. Sorry to bring that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, too many people have died this year that I like.
Not a good year for people not dying.
Yep. I would say that's true. So everybody, let's not talk about suicide anymore. Everybody's standing in front of like 6 barrels that are colored for each team, right? And TJ tells them, like, God, TJ is not having it with this season. He goes, I don't think anyone would have predicted these 3 teams. And then he tells them how much money they're going to win. And Mitch says, that money could change my life. I've got a lot of student loans.
I feel ya.
Yeah, I love how responsible Mitch is. He's like the most responsible person that's ever been on this show.
You better wait to pay those loans off till Bernie's elected. Mitch,
the Burn Man. The Sand Man.
Those might get forgiven. Who knows?
Yeah. This is stage 1 of the final challenge, which takes place outside an old, abandoned CIA complex. That's the hardest initials to say.
CIA.
Also, all words are hard to say. I don't know how to read or speak. So, at the CIA complex, they must complete 4 checkpoints throughout the building, and then also between each checkpoint, they have to do a lap carrying around a bag. Men's bags are 120 pounds, women's bags are 60 pounds.
Yeah, and the men's bags are called a satchel.
Is that...
No.
What?
That was me
I was like,
making
did
a
I
joke.
miss something?
That was me making a it's not a purse joke.
Oh, that's funny, because sexism.
Yeah, you know, 2016.
Vote for Hillary?
Mike Michelle.
So they do challenges similar to this where they like give people weight to carry on Survivor a lot. But in those challenges, they like do a percentage, like 15 or 20% of the person's starting body weight. It's weird to me that they're just like, oh well, you know, we're gonna have just gonna give everyone the exact same weight. It's like, I don't know, somebody like Corey, that's gonna be easier than somebody like Jamie, who's smaller, not as muscular. You know? But
I think the argument you
whatever.
could make is that maybe Jamie will have advantages elsewhere.
I suppose, yeah, that's a good point. So they start with the first lap, and Mitch's strap on his bag breaks almost immediately, which more seems like an issue on production's side than
Oh, it super is.
their actual competitors.
That fucked them pretty badly, and I was like, "Oh, cool. That's your fault, MTV."
Yeah. Like you can like say, "Hey guys, pause. We gotta fix this." So Mitch has to stop and fix his strap, and that puts them in third place. So the first checkpoint, they have to take those 6 barrels they were standing in front of at the beginning and roll them up a hill. And Jenna says, I'm not too worried about this because I walk on an incline at the gym all the time, so this should be fine. Sure, yeah. I mean, whatever works for you.
Why not?
Cara Maria and Jamie are in first place at the moment, and Cara Maria says, I feel like we're doing pretty good right now, but so are Jenna and Brianna. So Cara Maria and Jamie finish the barrel thing first, and then have to do another lap around the building. Corey and Mitch are busy taking a break, and Mitch seems to be getting discouraged, but Corey says, our family doesn't quit. He doesn't say it like at Mitch like that. He's like, it's like in a talking head. Corey loves his cousin because he went to college. So Jamie is struggling on their lap and needs a minute to catch his breath. And Jenna and Brianna pass them. Then they get to checkpoint 2, which seems like a lot of fun. They have to catapult beer stein into a barrel. And each time they miss, they have to drink a beer.
This is an ordeal, and it's fortunately they're not alcoholic beers, which like they had to do because people would die of alcohol poisoning if they didn't do it.
Yeah, but still would be fun though. I mean,
no, the thing that's horrible about that is how fucking filling beer is, especially if it's German beer. They're probably going to be wheat beers, and
when a German person says our beer is non-alcoholic, they mean it's not like 10%.
Yeah. Clearly, Jake, you are not aware of German purity laws. Germans would never make 10% beers.
No?
Fucking moron! You idiot!
It would be.
No, they're
it would be more than that.
No, they're more in like the 5 to 6 range. There's a
that's
certain
standard.
range. There's a certain range at where beer gets. I think if it gets alcoholic enough, it's not even considered a beer anymore. But
It's considered wine.
like a malt beverage, basically. But
Those are just words.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, this was a very interesting challenge.
Yeah. Jenna says, I love Jenna. She is my favorite person ever on this show. I know a lot of people in real life who I like more than this person on a television show, but within the context of this show, it's Jenna, TJ, Mitch, and then the rest of them are all tied.
Everyone else.
And then everybody else.
Everybody else is spooning in the bottom.
Yep. Jenna says, I don't really like beer. Maybe some chocolate milk.
Yeah,
a Shirley Temple.
Maybe some chocolate milk, a Shirley Temple.
Some water would be better. Which I agree with. I love water. It's so delicious.
Yeah, you're always telling me how delicious it is. I've never had it before, so I can attest to that. It's just so hard to find, you know?
I know. Like, where are you going to get some water? It's like, I mean, I know you're making fun of me, but water is really good. I really do love water. It's
Jake,
one of
I
my
was not.
favorite beverages.
Jake, I'm aware of the sincerity of your love for water. Like, I know it's not a
It's
bit.
so good.
I know you liking water is not a bit. Are you gonna start crying about how much you love water?
I just really want more water.
I just really love it. Don't you fucking marry water?
It's so underrated. Like, are you ever at a party and you're drinking a lot and you're like,
who is underrating water? Like, this sucks. I need it to live.
I mean, people are like, I love beer, I love Mountain Dew, I love chocolate milk. It's like, no, dude, water, number one. I love beer. Beer is delicious. This new brewery opened up across the street from my place, and I love it. I've been there once so far, and I love it. Water is still number one, as much as I love beer and all entities of it. Water is so good. Like a couple ice cubes, I
mean, you've got an ice cube, and it is a good day.
Do like 2 to 3 ice cubes, 2 bigger ice cubes and 1 smaller ice cube, and then like when it's a hot summer day and you got a tall glass of water, and it's like there's condensation on the outside of the glass, and you can just feel the cold of it. Anyway, water's great.
No. There's something, because you brought this up, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to tell you how I drink my water, because I drink a lot of water when I'm at work.
Because you love water so much?
I mean, I do like water.
It's so delicious.
Room temperature, always.
Oof, buddy.
Always room temperature.
Okay.
I don't do cold water.
You need to use Sensodyne, because your teeth are sensitive.
That's not what the issue is. Warm water does not shock your system the way that cold water does, and it's better for your vocal cords. And I have to talk a lot at my job, so.
Well, cold water is delicious.
No, not
and
really.
I like the condensation on a hot summer day. And I am offended that you don't agree with me, that you have your own personal preferences.
I would still drink room temperature water on a hot day.
That's fine. I'm saying it's fine. But a nice tall glass of water.
Yeah,
Can't beat it.
Nice tall glass of room temperature water. Yeah, I love it.
I just want you to agree with me that cold water is the best water.
That's not going to happen, so let's just talk about this challenge. Jamie, by the way, when Jamie gets to the challenge, he's like, I'm pretty great with physics. Well, not really, but I am really good at flip cup.
So maybe I'll be good at this, yeah. They do the challenge, or the checkpoint, whatever. Jen and Brianna finish first. As they leave, they pass Corey and Mitch, who are running in to the building, and they say, good luck on that one. Cara Maria is having a hard time drinking the beer. I don't know if Cara Maria realizes it's not alcoholic beer. It seemed like they told Jenna and Brianna, because they revealed it in their talking head. It was never...
No, I think that she does, just because I think she'd know that she'd be fucking tanked with the amount that she has to drink, because she had to drink, 7 of those, I think. The reason that she's so, fucked is that she can't puke any of it up, so she has all of that in her stomach. I felt really bad for her, actually. And I thought Jamie was
totally.
being a huge asshole to her about it.
So when Corey and Mitch walk in, and Corey sees what they have to do, and he just goes, "Oh yeah!" He's so excited about it.
It's so perfect too, because Cara, they get there when Cara is really starting to feel like shit, when she's almost crying and is and they come in and they're like, "Yeah, all right, this is great. I can't wait to do this." And she's in agony.
Imagine what she must feel like when she hears that.
Yeah.
In a talking, I liked this. In a talking head, Corey says, "Me and Mitch feel like this was made for us. Chugging beers and throwing stuff into a barrel. That's a gift. That's not a task."
Yep, that was a great talking head. I will say, if you have a fetish for people throwing up, Corey and Mitch provided for you in this episode, because there were 30 shots of them puking.
Yeah, a lot. But I mean, it's their cup of tea.
Puking, but in a way that they were joyfully puking. They're
Yeah.
All right, let's puke this shit up.
Yep. So Mitch gets his stein in the barrel pretty easily. Cara Maria is crying while trying to chug this beer. So Corey, like, impersonates the face she's making and then just downs the beer he has to drink.
Yeah, I don't think Corey...
Oh, it's so funny.
I don't think Corey would be doing that if he was, like, 12 beers deep. There was a point where I was like, there's a point where I was like, are they going to run out of beers?
Yeah. I doubt it. They probably have a keg off camera.
I was going to say they probably have producers that are going to make sure.
Corey says, we're not chugging fish guts here. This is beer we're talking about. And either Corey or Mitch, I don't remember which one it was. They say, we're having a great family bonding experience, puking right next to each other.
It just shows them in tandem puking.
Oh, it's so great. So Cara Maria finally gets her beer stein in the barrel, so they get to leave. And she's, like, crying that she's not able to puke. And Jamie just says, stop talking. Cool, James. Really cool thing to say to her.
Ladies do love Cool James.
So by the time Cara Maria and Jamie get back to the starting point for their lap around the building, Jenna and Brianna have already finished that lap. Cara can't even lift her bag. Jenna and Brianna make it to the third checkpoint. And it's a puzzle!
Yes. The puzzle is rather uneventful. It just takes Jenna and Brianna a little while to solve it, but they solve it before anyone even gets there. So.
Yeah. There's like a black slate kind of thing, and then there's like square holes in the slate, and then there's a bunch of like cubes that
they're
make
like
up shapes. And...
Yeah, they make like 3-dimensional shapes, so you have to... Yeah, it's... Like it makes it a little more complicated to fit it into the pattern. Like, it has to...
As Cara Maria says, it's like Tetris. It is like Tetris in appearance only. There's nothing similar to Tetris about what they have to do.
Yep. And they, like, mercifully gloss over this whole thing in editing because watching someone in real time try to assemble a puzzle would be horrible.
Yeah, and they have
especially
a lot
these
to deal
people.
with.
But they're basically just like, oh, we can't solve it. Oh, we solved it. And
yeah.
Yeah.
So... Back at the beer thing, Corey and Mitch finally finished theirs. Cara Maria and Jamie are on their third lap with the bags and have to stop and take, like, incremental short breaks. Jen and Brianna then finish the puzzle. Yeah. I'll say, in these last couple episodes especially, they've done a really good job, like, editing-wise, or direction, whatever you want to call it. They've done a really good job of, like, showing each team's weakness and why they won't win. Like, Jenna failed last season's final, and she and Brianna are kind of ditzy, you know? Cara Maria and Jamie are, like, super good at communicating, and Cara Maria's never been able to actually win a final. And then Corey and Mitch are rookies, so they've got the odds stacked against them, and Corey has a bad knee, so it's, like, not looking good for them either. But they've also done a really good job of explaining why each team deserves to win. Yeah, as Mitch says in a talking head, he's talking about how much he looks up to Corey. He says, "I've never thought I could do half the stuff we've done." It's like they're taking a really inspirational route with these two. And there's a like a monologue from Corey later that's. I'm like, oh, hey, this is something you would say if you're about to win. So anyway, Jenna and Brianna are on their last lap around the building. Cara Maria and Jamie are taking the stairs up to the puzzle. And Jamie is so gassed out, favorite phrase of this show.
Yeah, that thing people are always saying.
Everybody's always saying gassed out. He has to crawl up the stairs while also using the handrail. Oh my god.
I thought, like, literally, like, I kept thinking, like, oh, he's gonna fall off the side of this and die.
Yeah. Yeah. So they finish the puzzle before Corey and Mitch can catch up. During the final lap, Jenna has to stop for a minute, I guess. When Corey and Mitch see the puzzle checkpoint, Mitch says, "I love puzzles."
I love me some Mitch. Mitch is great.
Mitch is the best.
And Mitch crushes that puzzle.
Yeah. as he does with every puzzle. He's my favorite. I really hope Mitch comes back for a future season because he's really fun.
He's just like a fun nerd.
And a really good competitor. Yeah. He's not like the prototypical challenge competitor, but that's kind of why I like him because he's still really good.
Yeah, he's good and not like the typical like he's not Corey. Like
yeah, he is. I think he's the perfect partner for Corey. They're two sides of the same coin, or
they're
whatever
complementary. Yeah,
cheesy phrase. Yeah, exactly. They're complementary. That's a good word.
Mm-hmm.
He's so much better at words than me. I can't think of words. I haven't read the dictionary in like 8 years.
But better update yourself. They probably got like a dumb slang word in there now.
They probably got
swag,
on fleek on there.
Swag's in there. You can go back and look at like things that were like memes in 2010.
Remember when they in like 2004 when they were like, we're gonna put bling bling in the dictionary, and then like 2 weeks later people were like, we're just gonna call it bling from now on, and then 2 weeks after that people were like, we're not gonna use that word anymore. They
were like, wait, if we just call it bling, then they might still just put it in the dictionary.
Yeah. I legitimately thought that kind of thing was an actual thing. Like, they actually put these words in the dictionary. I didn't realize that it was like a publicity stunt every year. I didn't realize that until like a year or two ago. I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess that word isn't, it is fairly common now. Why not put it in the dictionary? And then somebody's like, it's just they pick a few words every year that were popular, and it's a publicity stunt, so you know what Merriam-Webster is. It's like, I don't need to know what Merriam-Webster is. I have a dictionary in my apartment. I look at it every day. It's my Bible.
I read it every 8 years.
I read it every 8 years. Every time we elect a new president. So I'll reread it.
If they're a two-term president, if it's a one-term president, I still wait until the next election cycle.
Here's the thing. I didn't read it when H.W. was in office because he only was in office for 4 years, and I was a child. I was an infant.
Well, for most of it, you weren't an extant being.
Yeah, I guess I was. Yeah, because he took office in '88 and left office in '92, right?
Yeah, so half of it you weren't even there for.
Yeah.
Let alone able to read. You definitely were not literate.
I had my mom read me the dictionary cover to cover when Bill Clinton was inaugurated in 1992, and then in 2000 when W was inaugurated, I read it for myself because I was old enough to read by then. And then when Obama was inaugurated, I read it again, a lot faster this time though, because I was smarter at 17.
Jake, Bill Clinton was inaugurated in 1993.
Okay.
You win the 92 election, you're inaugurated in 93.
Semantics.
This is why I beat people at bar trivia, Jake. These are the deets you gotta know.
Terry Dietz, Survivor. All right.
Dietz and Watson, a type of a meat company.
Also, Watson.
High quality deli meats.
Watson is also the name of the robot who's really good at trivia or Jeopardy.
Hey, bringing it right back around.
Yeah. Where were we? Mitch loves puzzles. Okay. And then Brianna says during their, I don't even know where they are in the challenge at this point, but Brianna says, we're getting really confident. They're in first place. You know what that means.
They're going to lose. Or are they?
Who knows? Last time they said they were confident they won the elimination challenge, so...
I'm just saying, even you cannot hold the usual, winner's edit or any of that stuff. Jenna and Brianna defy that. They've defied all the odds. John Cena. Odds overcome.
Hustle, loyalty, respect. He really respects people. That's why he dropped a load of shit on two of his fellow wrestlers in the middle of the ring. When they were celebrating.
It was probably fake shit, to be fair.
Let's not... We toe the line of wrestling talk way too often on this show, so let's just nip it in the bud now. We'll start a different podcast where we just talk about how... Okay.
Put it in the queue. Put it in the 40-long podcast queue of ideas you've already given.
We haven't done any of them.
We're not the McElroys. We can't do 15 podcasts.
There are so many.
They have a
half
million
half
of them.
of the podcasts I listen to are hosted by the McElroy brothers.
Can I tell
Or
you something?
sisters.
And I feel kind of bad about it. Schmanners sounds fucking awful.
Yeah, I have not listened to it. They've been like
Every single like promo for it and shit like that. I'm just like, this is gonna be.
it's
really bad.
it's an exhausted I don't know, topic. Like there are already like 3 really popular etiquette podcasts at this point, which
Yeah.
I don't listen to any of those either. And also the title is bad.
It's a really bad title, and I also just kind of felt like it was like, oh well, the other 2 McElroy brothers have podcasts with their wives, so Travis has got to have one with his wife.
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah, because Rose Buddies started, and then
Sawbones.
Sawbones been around for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my favorite one of the whole McElroy Industries. This is so uninteresting. Check out if you're unfamiliar with podcasts. Check out My Brother and Me.
Check out literally every McElroy Brothers podcast.
Yeah.
Honestly. Adventure Zone, number 1.
I can't get super into other people playing D&D. Anyway,
No, dude. No. You would be surprised.
Yeah. Okay. I'll check it out again. No, my favorite though. I've been really into Still Buffering. Have you listened to that yet?
Oh, isn't that the new one that Griffin's doing with this colleague from Polygon?
No. Still Buffering is Sydney McElroy. I don't know whose wife she is.
It's Sydney and her sister. Really.
Yeah, her sister's like 15.
Her significantly younger sister.
Yeah, her sister's a teenager, and as she says, I was too. That's the slogan of the show. Mm-hmm. It's really good. It's really, really funny. And if you want to be a teen still, check it out.
Yeah,
it's how teenagers
Sydney is
works.
funny as hell.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to talking about another podcast.
I feel like we're getting distracted a lot on this episode.
Yeah, well, the remainder of this episode is kind of, it's just like, oh no, we have to hop on tires.
Yeah. So Jen and Brianna make it to the 4th and final checkpoint. They have to take 2 tires and build a bridge around to the other side of the roof they're standing on.
Yeah, it's basically like a longer form floor is lava is what they're doing.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Corey and Mitch finish the puzzle and go on their last lap. Okay, this is Corey's little monologue I was talking about earlier. Corey says, "To be honest, right now, you kind of find a rhythm. You put all the BS aside. You keep telling yourself, I'm in the finals. This is what I wanted. Stop crying. Stop complaining. Let's go." They finished in 3rd place after today. But still, that's a pretty good quote there from
We got another leg to go, and at the end, they're all, like, super gassed out. In the parlance of our times, and
yes.
They're all like, there's a talking head with Jenna where she's like, I feel really good, like we did really well, like we're still gonna have to see what the next thing is. Hopefully, we don't have to eat anything.
Yes,
and then it cuts to like a portal to the future where it shows them trying to eat blood sausage.
Yeah, that's how the episode ends. Before we get to that, we can just skip over this last part. I did like this quote from Corey. He says, "I don't care if the simple life is beating us."
No.
Such a great.
Damn.
So good.
Drop the ether on him.
Yeah. Yeah. But, super good quote. Yeah. So Jen and Brianna finish. Jen and Brianna finish first. Cara, Maria, and Jamie take second, and Corey and Mitch are in 3rd by a long ways. And then Brianna says, "I think people would be shocked if we came in first." And that's when Jenna says, "I hope we don't have to eat something." And then there's a bunch of shots of the actual finale, in which they have to eat a bunch of gross shit.
And as they showed in whatever the little interstitial they do during commercials where they'll preview a team or whatever, Jenna is a very picky eater. Jenna will eat. Will pick all of the cheese and sauce and toppings off of pizza and only eat the dough. But then when she eats a burger, will not eat the bread.
What?
Yeah, Mitch was saying that. He's like, Jenna makes no sense. Like, she'll eat the bread from the dough for the pizza, but she will not eat the And basically, like, we'll pick, like, no cheese, no sauces. Basically doesn't want any of her food seasoned, like...
What?
Yeah, crazy.
I mean, whatever works for you, but that doesn't make any sense to me. Like she's a model. Like, that's what she does as a job. And
honestly, I will say, like, it probably makes eating, like, bland, like, you can just eat chicken breast all the time and be, like, relatively healthy. If you like eating bland food, you can be healthy eating bland food.
I guess, yeah, but oh god, that's so weird.
I think that the like gross eats challenge that is coming, I think that is really gonna. I think Corey and Mitch are gonna do the best on that one. I think that's something that is probably gonna play to their strengths.
Yeah, Jenna struggled with that last season in the finale or in the final. Cara Maria obviously can't really handle that based on the beer thing today or this week. I think Corey and Mitch. It'll be a secondary puzzle for them. They'll they'll be able to catch up. There we go.
I think my prediction for like Jamie and Cara Maria is that Cara Maria will actually do very well on it, and that Jamie will be a big baby about it because he's a big baby sometimes. And
he is.
I think Corey will be really good at it. Mitch, I think will be, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think he'll be able to stomach it. Pun not intended. He'll get through it, but
those
not
guys, there's not going to be any hesitation, like especially with Corey.
Yeah.
Corey's just going to be like,
especially if they're stuck in third place, they're going to be like, we got to get this done.
Eating this as fast as possible. I don't care.
Their family doesn't quit. Yeah. So next week is the finale of the challenge, finally, and also the first episode of Survivor.
Oh my god! Already.
So I don't know what we're gonna do.
I think we should.
We might do 2 episodes.
Talk about the challenge. Yeah, we can do 2 episodes, or just talk about the challenge finale, and then the first episode of Survivor's never. I mean, it's just like meeting people.
That's true. Yeah, we can. I guess we can cover it. We'll figure it out next week.
I'll watch it. I just don't really care that much if we talk about it, or if we can only talk about it for 10 minutes or so. You know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I had a dream about Mitch. The dream was he was turning 27. That was the entire dream I had about him.
Sounds like a good dream.
It wasn't even a party. We weren't even friends. It was just, he was turning 27. And I was like, okay. And then on to the next dream.
Let's move on with our lives.
So this is possibly the last episode solely about the challenge. So now seems like as good a time as any to mention the songs we use. Right?
Sure.
I mean, why not? We start with They Might Be Giants, Istanbul, not Constantinople. Oop, can't say that word.
If you didn't already know that, then fuck you.
Our ending song is Murder in the City by the Abbott Brothers. So since this season of Survivor is also filmed in Cambodia, as was last season, we're going to bring back Holiday in Cambodia, because, yeah, makes sense. We'll go out with something related to brains or beauty or brawn. We'll go out with the brawny paper towel theme song. That sounds good, right?
Could do that. Could do You Don't Know You're Beautiful. You know, the One Direction song.
Oh, okay. But these people...
Spitballing.
I mean, these people do know that they're beautiful, though.
Beautiful Girls by Sean Kingston, maybe?
I think we have a winner. I forgot about that song. I was thinking Beautiful by Christina Aguilera.
Or You're Beautiful by James Blunt.
Oh, there it is. That's it. That's the one.
I still like Sean Kingston better, but that one's pretty good.
You know what we're going to have to do? We'll start with Sean Kingston, and we'll go out with James Blunt. Fuck Holiday in Cambodia. We'll abandon the premise of the songs.
Wait. I also could throw, like, What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Stronger for the Braun part, the Kelly Clarkson song.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's more emotional strength, and the Braun tribe is physical strength. That's I thought about that too.
Right.
This is very important. I have a tab in my bookmarks bar that's just possible songs to go out with. There are a lot. So, remember to use the hashtag on Twitter and Facebook and Gmail. Do they track that? Bananas on Survivor. We need to get that to happen.
Let's get this done, folks.
Speaking of Twitter, ours is at DYWSLN. My Twitter handle is at Jake Scheidel. Thomas, say your Twitter handle.
I've given my Twitter handle several times on the show, so figure it out.
It's Thom, not Tom. It's spelled a certain way.
Which way? I'll never tell.
We follow each other, so you can probably figure it out. We're also on Facebook. Did you watch Survivor last night? We also have an email, which is didyouwatchlastnight@gmail.com. Email us thoughts. And if you do email us, please remember to sign it sincerely, Jeff Probst. We've talked about it. Come on, just do it.
Sorry, not sincerely, Jeff Probst. Your pal, Jeff Probst.
Your pal, Jeff Probst. Please sign it, your pal, Jeff Probst, even if it's not Jeff Probst. But if you are Jeff Probst, please let us know. jeffprobst@gmail.com. Do you think that's his email?
Probably.
Okay. I'll email him. All right, so that's the episode.
All right, well, have a great summer, and as always,
deuces.
Deuces.
All right.
Wonder which brother is better, which one our parents love the most. I sure did get in lots of trouble, I seemed to let the other go. A tear fell from my father's eyes, I wondered what my dad would say. He said, I love you and I'm proud of you both in so many different ways. If I get murdered in the city, go read the letter in my desk. Don't bother with all my belongings, but pay attention to the list. Make sure my sister knows I loved her. Make sure my mother knows the same. Always remember there was nothing worth sharing like the love that let us share our name. Always remember there was nothing worth sharing like the love that let us share our name.